name is Cheryl Eichley. I live in District 4, and I'm a member of Occupy Fights Foreclosures, which is an official subcommittee of Occupy Los Angeles. Today I speak for myself, and I'm asking that the city intervene, the city council intervene in the case of Blanca Cardenas. We have some people here with us in support. She's a young mother. Her youngest daughter is still nursing at 17 months old, and she was taken from her family, defending her home from a fraudulent foreclosure. Now, Mrs. Cardenas, she is being held with an ICE hold. I don't know if Councilman Cardenas is here, but she does live in his district, District 6. We went to his office yesterday just to let his staff know that we would be coming in today. And apparently, the Van Nuys commander, watch commander, was retaliating against her because of footage, cell phone footage was recorded of the officers making the arrest. And so they looked into her fingerprints, her immigration background. She is married to a legal citizen. She has 2 children that are U.S. citizens, and she's just going through the process to be a legal citizen herself. I'm asking the city council to check in, do an investigation with the LAPD to make sure that everything in this case was done properly, because we believe it was fraudulent and it hurt the community. Thank you.
So please proceed.
Buenos días, señor presidente. Buenos días, miembros del Consejo.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, honorable members of the City Council.
Mi nombre es Gerardo Quiñones.
My name is Carlos Quiñones. Gerardo, correction by interpreter.
Gerardo Quiñones. Soy el esposo de Blanca Cardenas.
My name is Gerardo Quiñones. I'm the husband of Blanca Cardenas.
Blanca Cardenas el pasado miércoles fue arrestada.
Last Wednesday, Blanca Cardenas was arrested
tras tratar de defender el hogar en el cual vivíamos desde hace 9 años.
after trying to protect the home in which we lived for the past 9 years.
Creíamos que estábamos tratando de trabajar con el banco.
We have been trying to work with the bank.
Y estamos parados bajo la ley de bancarrota.
And we're protected under the bankruptcy law.
La policía llega y sin hacer caso de los papeles de la bancarrota.
The police officers arrived, and without paying attention or regarding the documents of the bankruptcy that we filed,
la acusa de estar traspasando nuestro hogar.
Accused her of trespassing our own home.
Y le dice que si se sale o la arrestan.
And they threaten her, either you leave, get out, or we will arrest you.
Obviamente ella está defendiendo su hogar y tenemos papeles para comprobarlo.
Obviously, she was just trying to protect her home, and we have documents to support that.
La policía no hace caso de esto y es arrestada.
The police officers, however, do not pay attention to this plea and arrest her.
A pesar de que tenemos una ley que prohíbe al departamento de policía reportar a las personas a migración.
Even though we have a law that prevents the police officers from reporting people to the immigration department, to ICE.
La policía hace caso omiso de eso y es reportada al departamento de migración, los cuales ponen un hold.
The police officers, however, ignore that and report her to ICE, to Department of Immigration, and therefore a hold is put on her.
Eso pasó hace 5 días, el pasado miércoles.
This happened 5 days ago, last Wednesday.
Mañana ya tenemos 8 días mañana.
Tomorrow will be 1 week.
Y aún no sabemos, a pesar de que ha estado de la cárcel de Van Nuys, la mandan a la cárcel de Linwood. Estamos esperando que la pasen a la cárcel de aquí de Los Ángeles.
She's being transferred from the Van Nuys jail to Linwood Detention Center, and we're waiting for her to be transferred here to the Los Angeles jail.
A pesar de que hemos tenido mucho apoyo de la comunidad, y ya casi son 8 días de que ella está arrestada.
Hey, hang on, let me give it to her real quick.
Yo, como persona, como padre, estoy sufriendo mucho.
Even though 8 days have passed by and we have a lot of community support, I, as a father, am in great pain.
La niña más chiquita, que tiene 1 año 7 meses, la extraña mucho.
The youngest baby, who's 17 months old, correction my interpreter, 1 year and 7 months, misses her mother a lot.
les quiero pedir por favor que paren esta ley, que paren este abuso de la policía que está haciendo, separando familias.
I would like to please ask you to stop these actions being done by the police department, and which is causing a lot of families to be divided and get separated.
Yo soy solo un caso que de alguna manera se dio a conocer, pero allá afuera hay muchas personas que están sufriendo lo mismo.
I'm only one case out of a lot others that are outside and are currently happening right now, but I'm one of many who are suffering a great deal.
Y esta mañana yo les vengo a pedir que pongan una acción contra la policía.
And this morning I'm here to beg you to please do some kind of action towards the police department,
Debemos de parar estas separaciones familiares
so these family separations can stop.
y sobre todo también las acciones que están tomando los bancos para quitarnos nuestros hogares.
Also to help us with some kind of action on your behalf so that the banks could stop doing what they're doing and taking our homes away from us.
Could you tell him it's time for him to close?
Muchas gracias, les agradezco mucho.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate your attention.
Thank you. Mataquin?
Good morning, members of the City Council. My name is Carlos Marroquin. I'm with Occupy LA. And as you can see, homeowners continue to struggle in their fights to protect their homes. There's so many people that are hurting out there that continue to call on Occupy LA to help them because the system is broken, the system is not reaching to those families. I urge you to look into a moratorium on all foreclosures until this is settled. There is things that the city can do to protect the families. On March 12th, we are going to be protesting outside the county's records office because of the crimes that are being committed against the families. All this documentation that is so fraudulent, it has to stop. We urge you to do something and to do something strong against what the banks are doing against the families. Thank you.
My name is Kwasi Nkrumah. I'm here on behalf of the Martin Luther King Coalition for Jobs, Justice, and Peace, the Los Angeles Coffee Party, and Occupy the Hood. We are a grouping within Occupy that believes that we have to build the Occupy movement as a community-based movement. Right now there's a firestorm going on in our communities, part of which is reflected in the massive unemployment that afflicts our city, our communities, and part of it is reflected in the massive loss of homes. And these two phenomena are very intimately connected. That and the declining income of the average American household. To people who are at home watching this, I would really like to encourage you to do what some of the other homeowners have done today, which is to come down to your public officials and talk about your situations. Don't sit at home chewing in your own juices. This needs to be talked out. The crisis going on in our community around foreclosures needs to be fully understood by every public official and the public at large. We are working with many homeowners to fight the banks who are engaged right now still, in spite of this settlement that the Obama administration and Kamala Harris have signed on to, are still illegally seizing people's properties. They are committing fraud on a massive level. The extent of this has become bizarre and obscene. And I hope that in the upcoming weeks that more homeowners will appear here at City Hall to document this. I have a document which is analysis of this problem, which I'd like to submit for every council member.
Hello everybody, my name is Ulises Hernandez. I come to you as a member of Occupy San Fernando Valley. We are being faced with a very bad foreclosure problem. Our communities are being torn apart. I walk outside of my house and I'm met by foreclosures across the street from my house. My house is currently, the home I live in now is currently being foreclosed on as well. Since I have started involving myself with Occupy, I have found out that more and more homeowners are finding out that nobody is there to help them. Nobody speaking about government-wise, nobody is there to protect them. So what they are doing is they're deciding the hell with the government, let's fight these things ourselves. And that's what's going on. And that's what's going to continue to go on unless you guys address this issue. And if you guys don't address this issue, the homeowners will address this issue, and we will just push you guys aside. So I would just suggest to you guys that you get on top of this issue. This should be at the top of your list. Fight the foreclosures. Regulate the banks. You guys got to do something. I look around here, and everybody here is just laughing on their phones. Nobody's paying attention. We're over here talking about foreclosures. You guys are just brushing us off. This is BS. We need to address this issue. I urge you guys to address this issue. A moratorium on foreclosures now.
Followed by DJ Miggs. Is Mr. Miggs here? Oh, it's a DJ. It's a Mrs. Miggs. I'm sorry.
Hi, good morning. So I've never spoken before the city council before. It's actually my first time inside City Hall. I used to live right outside there on the lawn, but I've never actually been in here. My first time. Because I woke up today and I read an email that had gotten sent out, and I was really upset about it because it talked about a woman who was now being illegally detained by the government because she was trying to protect her home, the home that she had lived in for 9 years. It's disgusting that this is happening. It's also kind of disgusting. It feels like you guys don't really care. I mean, I see some of you like paying attention, but most of you, I feel like this is just what you do, and you don't really care. This is what the banks are doing. This is what the corporations are doing. This whole foreclosure stuff, it's bullshit. Like, we need to have a moratorium on foreclosures. Like, that's obvious.
Miss Miggs, watch your language the next
Sorry.
time.
I'm done.
Mr. Hernandez, please come forward. Sir.
Good morning. My name is Javier Hernandez. I am a homeowner in the city of Van Nuys. I bought in 2006 at the peak of the home values. I'm currently, it's 2012, in February of 2012, I'm currently awaiting trial in the foreclosure process. We heard some stories here about, well, at least we did, I don't know, I see that a lot of you guys are looking at your monitors, talking to each other. I think that's kind of disrespectful. Maybe we should pay more attention, or maybe if you have nothing to do here, you could probably go back there somewhere. I wish that more homeowners come and join us. There's a lot of homeowners are joining us at Occupy to take back our homes. I hope that more homeowners pay attention and join us. And since nobody else is helping us, we need to come together and do something about it. Since nobody else is doing it, and thanks for nothing.
Okay. Madam Clerk, that concludes